Hello, welcome to Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from Apple Valley, California. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
Thank you for joining us today. There's been some chatter. My Army buddies this morning were talking about, and I told them, hey, stay tuned. We're going to be talking about today about a Biden-Barry Obama ticket. Okay?
Never in my wildest dreams.
We're going to look at it. All right?
Or nightmares.
We're going to look at it. But there's been a lot of talk about you need to resign, Joe Biden. You need to step aside, hasn't there?
Right.
A lot of chatter.
But I mean, he was on the campaign trail today, I think in Michigan, and he said, I'm going, man. I'm staying. I'm in for the long haul. Of course, who knows when you're 81, 82 years old, how
that could be tomorrow.
What's the
next
long
week.
haul? Yeah, I mean, none of us really know, but I mean, the odds are against him. So, not wishing ill will on Joe Biden. I'm not.
There was like the big donors were like, we're dumping Biden now, like Hollywood donors and
Right.
other big donors.
Right.
We're not giving any more money to Dems until Biden drops out. Right? Let's just get that out there. People are talking like that.
Yep, they're
left eating left.
They're taking their toys and they're going home.
There's
I mean, when those people start folding on you, you're in serious
you gotta
trouble.
start listening.
Yeah,
There's threats from the Black Caucus that you better not replace Kamala. There's some big threats, and I mean, the black vote is important. Any vote is important, really.
Well, that one
All
article I
votes
sent
matter.
you that said that lady said, "Look, we'll blow this party up." You start thinking about walking over
been
her,
a lot of
especially if you
defections.
replace her with like a white guy like Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom or Gretchen, Big Gretch.
Yeah,
as we call her in
Whitmer
Michigan.
from Michigan. Oh, yeah, this is getting to be a pretty serious little cat fight here in the Democrat Party.
So what would happen with a Biden-Barry Obama ticket? Crazy. You're asking me, Steve, shut up. Right?
Well,
Steve, shut up. We're going to look at this, man. It's not fringe. George Papadopoulos recently tweeted that nobody's talking about the Biden-Barry ticket. So we're going to discuss it. First
we
thing.
all remember George, right? George was one of the innocent bystanders from the Russia gate, right?
Casualty, totally.
Yeah.
The 22nd Amendment reads, and this is the first sentence, listen carefully, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice, and no person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which some other person was elected president shall be elected to the office of president more than once. Did you hear all those electeds in there?
So that could definitely fit into this equation that we're talking about.
Yeah, because Barry Wood is not running to be elected for president.
Right.
He's on the ticket as the vice president.
Right.
And it doesn't say vice president in the 22nd Amendment. Right? So this is a kind of a scenario where you're trying to set the Dems are lust for power, right? They're drunk with power. How are they going to resolve this? How are they going to save this? Kamala is tanking. She's worse than Biden,
right,
as far as popularity. So how do you save it? Is it Michelle Obama? She wants nothing to do with it. Put Barry on the ticket as the vice president.
What about Jill?
No.
Well, you say no.
She's not a politician.
Well,
they're not going to. No.
I don't know.
Barry is totally popular. He's still popular. He's you put Barry in there.
He's definitely the leader of the Democrat
You're going to have a
Party.
fight now. You're going to have a fight between Republicans and Dems. Right now, it's not a fight; it's a slaughter. But if this happens, if at the DNC convention, they work out a deal with Kamala, and they're going to have to set her up good with some cush job, right? Because she's not going to give it up, just
she's
like
not
that.
Just roll over.
She's not going to roll over. They're going to have to set her up with some, I don't know, Secretary of Transportation or something, right?
Oh yeah, it's got to have to be more highlight than
It's
that.
got to.
Right?
She's not going to go willingly, so they're going to have to do this machinations for the good of the party to stay in power. And then Barry comes in. Okay, now let's look at the 25th Amendment.
Okay, so we're sitting here talking about this. You think this is a fringe theory?
No.
Exactly.
Better think again.
I mean, if we can think about it, or people can think about this, and we just spelled out the narrative, then that it's possible. So let's
elected to president.
Yep. Yeah. Let's discuss the 25th Amendment. So Section 1, in the case of the removal of the president from office or of his death or resignation, the vice president shall become president.
No, did you hear that?
And that's,
the vice president shall become, not is elected.
Not may or could be. This
not
is
is elected.
Right.
He or she shall become. Right? And so in the case of death or resignation or removal, that's all he's got to do is resign. Right?
It doesn't read shall be elected, rather shall become president.
Yeah.
This clause does not contradict the 22nd Amendment, which
Not at all.
require an election of a president. Biden could conceivably dump Harris at the convention and name Barack as his running mate. Biden would still be true to the primary voters who voted for him, and Harris, because Biden is still on the ticket,
right?
Yeah.
Boo-hoo if Harris is gone.
This is crazy.
Biden's still on it.
This is movie type stuff, like theater.
We need to talk about it so we can come up with a strategy. They're talking about it. They're the queens of workarounds.
Yeah.
So we need to talk about this.
So here we go. So Biden gets reelected and resigns. Who knows how long? A month? 2
And
months,
now the
6
vice
months?
president shall become president.
Yep.
Right? And
who
that's
does
Barry.
And then who does he name? He names
his
choice,
well,
right?
Okay. So, and in the 25th Amendment, or no, in the 22nd Amendment, there's a clause that says, in the case of a vacancy, the president can nominate someone, but both houses of Congress have to vote on that and agree. They have to agree.
Okay.
I don't know that it's 2/3. I think it's a majority.
So that
51%.
would have come true with like Gerald Ford when he took over.
Well, there was no vacancy.
Nixon
there was
resigned.
a vacancy, but
Nixon resigned.
But they didn't have anybody in as president, as vice president. I guess they couldn't get the votes or whatever.
Oh,
so
they
it was vacant.
didn't have a vice president during that period. Oh, I don't remember that.
Kissinger, I think he resigned for
he
health or
acted?
something like that.
Oh wow.
Oh wait.
Kissinger was Secretary of State.
He was Secretary of State. Okay, yeah. He no,
I don't
he
know.
didn't.
We'd have to go back and look at that. I don't remember. I mean, that's.
But that's how Gerald Ford. He was the Speaker of the House. That's how he got elevated to president, because there's no vice president and Nixon resigned, right?
I thought Ford became, because Spiro Agnew.
Yeah, Ford.
He got booted. He got impeached and booted out, and
was Agnew
Ford.
the vice?
I thought Ford was the vice president then. At the
No.
Final
Ford.
time.
He was Speaker
not?
of the House. He was Speaker of the House.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's the succession in the 22nd Amendment. That's how it goes.
All right. Okay. So again, Biden gets elected to president, resigns, and now Barack Obama, who was the vice president, becomes the president for one term. According to that clause you read, right?
Right.
Then another Dem candidate can run in 2028 and nominate Barack Obama or Barry Obama, however you want to call him, as his VP, and just carry the ticket again.
No,
it's
that's
like
not,
a dynasty.
It's not likely. But let me point out that it can only be for one term, because Barry was elected twice. He can't run again because he would be elected. That's why he'd have to be on a vice president ticket and then get elevated,
So like you say, unlikely but possible. You'll never ever find another Joe Biden unless it's
Kamala
Harris. Yeah.
I mean, he's once in a lifetime, Joe Biden.
Talk about lowering the bar.
Yeah,
If it could go any
it's
lower.
crazy. So this is not fringe. This can happen. So we're saying this now because, not because we're trying to show the Dems what to do, but so we can think about how to block this. Now, probably the easiest way to try and block it is say, hey, Harris was on the ticket. You can't take her off. And then you can have state legislatures go to the court system and try it that way. The red states, the blue states aren't gonna contest it. It would be the red states, and not sure if it would be the AG or just some common Joe. The standing issue. You have to have standing.
I'm telling you, I'm still seeing Jill Biden in my nightmares.
Jill,
she's
you were
not
talking
gonna
about
go,
that.
She's not going to go down easy. She's going to go down swinging.
I don't think she's going to be a vice president. I don't think they're going to dump Harris for Dr. Jill.
Okay. But
you get a lot of people upset.
She's going to, it's going to be weekend at the White House. She's going to prop Joe up as long as she can.
Barry was popular. He's African American. He's gonna bring those voters back in unless they can't stand the economy anymore. But if he makes some bold promises,
very much, though, did they? Jill and I don't think they have Biden.
Yeah, but Jill's out of. But Jill will be out when Biden resigns. I mean,
okay. All right.
this is the
Stay
most.
tuned.
This is the
This
most
is crazy.
successful. This would be the most successful attempt because of the popularity of Barry Obama. And it wouldn't be a blowout anymore. It would be a fight for every single vote, the dead people included. It would be a fight to get those votes. And if they're using chicanery,
Like the dead raising the dead?
exactly. If they're using chicanery, then we're just going to have to landslide it to try and win. You know, this is serious, and we need to get prepared to. What's our game plan when this happens?
If they did this, this should be a blatant eye-opening for everyone in this country that they would go this far
For their lust
to
for
do
power.
this. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why we would need to get the Senate back and definitely keep the House. And keep the House with a lot more majority than we have now.
If that happens, then we can control who the vice president is because both houses have to vote, you know, and we can check that, keep that presidency in check if it goes on. I know you're laughing at me. Don't
We
laugh.
the people, man. We the people. This is...
Every vote counts, and these amendments that work, they'll find workarounds. All right, thanks for joining us, everyone. We appreciate it.
You guys take care. Have a good day. Thanks.